Here we are, early morning, still at Ophir. Just look at it, beautiful. These she oak trees remind me of bonsai, because when you get down to the roots, have a look at this. These trees are just desperate to hang on. They're actually in the creek bed, but look at the roots, how they've spread out, and they're all gnawed and gnarled and just gripping on for dear life. Fascinating stuff. Check out these little water skaters, having a lot of fun in the early morning. Right, what we're looking at here is actually a noxious weed, believe it or not. This, I think I've shown it before on previous video, but this weed is actually called Patterson's Curse. But seen backlit like this, it looks really beautiful. In places in Victoria and New South Wales, there's so much of this stuff, it just coats the hills and the mountains in a purple colour. Looks like purple carpet from a distance. Just this morning, when I was prospecting, unfortunately I didn't have the camera with me, but I looked across the other side of this stream where I was panning, and I saw a bit of a current in the water, and a fin come out of the water. And I thought it was a fish on the other side, milling around looking for, foraging for food. So anyway, I went upstream a bit and crossed across the rocks, and then crept up on this little corner where I'd seen this creature, and I couldn't see him. So then I just basically made myself visible, came out of my hiding spot and just got closer to that spot, that little corner of the big pool where I saw that fin, and I got closer and I had a look, and out of the water came a head on a long, looked like on a long neck, and out came a forked tongue. And then at that time I realised it was a snake, little snake. And then he basically looked at me, poked his tongue out, and then he ducked down underneath the water, and he came towards me, but then he circled around just as he got to the bank and went underneath the rock. So obviously he'd judged me as a threat and went into his little hiding place. But it was interesting because I would have thought that it would have been an eel, but with the forked tongue I knew it was a snake. So it leads me to speculate that it must have been some sort of freshwater sea snake. That's all I can think of, because an eel wouldn't do that, and an eel doesn't have a forked tongue. A snake has a forked tongue. But then snakes usually don't have fins. or a fin-like tail, like an eel-like tail, but sea snakes do. So it was an interesting one, and I just regret that I didn't have the video camera at the time.